All right, what's the word? We do this every time.
I was just waiting for you. I'm like, is she gonna say something?
I think it's a delay on my side. So by the time I really catch it, you probably be like 3 seconds into just listening.
It's okay.
It's Bree specific. I'm here with my girl Jayy Marie. Welcome back to another episode
Hey.
of What's the Word. We back on the stream. I don't know how I always keep count, but I feel like we're on like 17 or 18 by now.
No, I don't think we are. Maybe we are.
Almost 20. I feel like we're almost 20. I don't think we're at 20.
Consistency is key, okay?
Okay. It's just right when we get to like number 25. We should go out, have a party or something. But yeah, we got some things to talk about. We talk about all the latest in the culture, trending topics with some of our very special guests. I'm announcing our special guest for this episode real soon. I'm very excited. But we gotta kick it off and always talk about our weekend. I can't remember my weekend. Like I don't know if it's like old age or what, but it takes a lot for me to remember like what did I do last weekend. So Jayy Marie, I'm gonna let you go first while I ponder.
Okay. So I was in Vegas last week. That's why I wasn't on the show if y'all missed me. But my weekend was actually very calm. I came home. You said what?
It's given you got a rich man, you not telling us. You always out of town.
I was in Vegas for work. Okay.
Yeah.
That was I could just imagine where people's head went when I said that after you said what you said, but it's okay. I work a corporate job, okay? I'm a stand-up citizen. I pay taxes. Anyways, I was at home actually this weekend. My son was sick, so I was on mommy duty. Didn't really do too much. Do you remember what you did?
I do. Okay, I remember a couple things. I did start Base Camp Fitness last weekend. Shout out to my girl Teresa from Ashford Media. So she convinced me to go to Base Camp Fitness because I've been fake trying to get back on my fitness journey and stick to it. But also that was my first like group classes that I've been to in a while. I had a good time with it. Upper body. It was like 7:15 in the morning. Um, it was like very what's the word?
Intense?
Well, it was intense, but it was you kept moving, but I never felt like it was too overwhelming. For like the whole like 40 minutes, you just move and do like different exercises every other minute. But it wasn't like I think it was a good balance. So I went back today too, actually. So yeah, I got a link, affiliate link, if y'all want to click the link in my bio on Instagram.
Well, you need to send that to me because I'm trying to get right for the summer, okay? I have plans.
And they were so nice. Like they had like my name on my little bike. It said "Welcome, Bree." They were so nice. They showed me around. I felt special. They probably do that for everybody, but I felt special. So
okay, so when I come, Bree, you're gonna make sure my name is on my bike, and I'm gonna get the same treatment.
Okay. I'm gonna tell them to hook you up. Don't play with me.
Cool. Okay, don't play with it. Okay.
But yeah, I'm excited because I was like, okay, well, if I like it, I'm gonna go back. I went back today. I enjoyed it. We did full body. I'm not gonna lie, full body kicked my ass, but I feel good. I felt good afterwards. I made it through, so that all that matters.
Look, we trying to unbig this bag for next summer. Okay, summer 2024. We outside.
Okay, because I feel like my back just keep getting bigger, and I can't take
it.
Like, why? Why is it so easy for your back to expand opposed to getting little?
Look, I don't know. I was looking at a man the other day and I was like, men gain weight in the weirdest ways. Like they gain it first in their belly, and their belly just protrudes and it looks like a beard, especially if they drink. It's just real round and hard. Like
they like, I don't know. I like a little Gucci belly on my
me too. No, I mean, I don't like no like skin and bones. I just like, I like my man with a little meat on me.
I think I want to bring it, I guess, because I see him. He's giving the faces, okay? So we gonna bring my boy Mike Jones in.
What up, y'all? What's cracking? Shout out to all the big.
Mike Jones.
Big back.
Shout out to the big backs. It's crazy.
Okay.
Thanks.
No, but no, I'm embracing my big back right now.
Okay, all right, all right.
I'm paying attention to what I can and can't wear, what rolls and what don't roll. You feel me? I'm
Trust
embracing.
trust me, dudes ain't looking at none of that shit.
I was gonna say, like, guys really like that, like the fupa. They
Uh-huh.
like the fupa.
Yeah.
But it don't look right in my picture. Like
Yeah.
that's the only thing. Like my man, or whoever is coming
Mhm.
in and out of my life at the moment, they don't care. But when I have to go in and edit my picture, I at some point you edit a little bit too much, and I'm at that point, and I'm like, yeah, because then I'm gonna turn into a catfish. And then y'all gonna
I
fuck.
know what you saying though. I
Looking like
had an ex-boyfriend. He was like, I said, why you like this? He's like, cause it's comforting, make me feel good.
that's why. That's why. That's why.
That is the wildest shit I've heard all day.
Feels like home, baby. It feel like home.
Feel like home,
It feel like
It's just like grips
rub
it.
out it.
Like how does that even? Jayy, girl, that's literally the wildest thing I've heard all day. But no, I appreciate. Yeah, hey, shout out to all the men that just love on their big back women.
Okay,
hey,
love the fupas.
Okay, for sure. And I can see how that can be very comforting. All right,
Rub on it a little bit, hold it.
just a little bit.
baby,
A
we
little,
just
give it a
slow.
nice squeeze, a light little squeeze, just a little. That's all.
So does that make y'all feel like empowered? Like, yeah, what my Jones though? Oh
I don't
shoot.
know what happened. All I know
We're
is I
not
feel
doing this
awkward.
today. No weapon formed against us.
Do you okay? So do you feel weird though, Bree, when you like when a man just like do a little
No,
squeeze?
because um no, because I feel like because my boobs are big, like I'm used to like my boobs getting squeezed or like held like little baby dolls. So I feel like when they do it to the fupa, I'm fine with it. It don't
Girl,
make me
look.
feel weird. But like you commenting on it, like, oh my God, like I love this. I don't like that.
What's the difference?
I don't like it.
I
Like
feel
just
like
touch
feeling
it.
is different. It's like more than saying.
Nonverbal. Nonverbal. Don't be grabbing on my belly
Don't
and
say you could touch it, just don't say nothing.
don't
Okay.
say nothing. Just touch it, grip it a little bit. You could kind of cradle it if we just watching movies together or something.
Not
Like,
cradle it.
don't comment. I don't want to hear no comments on my belly. No comments at all. I don't talk. Don't say
And you
nothing.
know what's so crazy? I feel like men will like try to like reassure you that like you look good and like but I feel like it just make us feel worse. Like you literally pointing out the thing that I'm so insecure about.
Yeah, like just don't target it, okay? You can say I look good, but don't be like, "Babe, your fufa hidden right now." Like, don't.
So like your fupa headed.
I
Your
don't like
fupa comforting right now. Like
okay. I don't like that. Go talk to your therapist. You want to be comforted.
that's terrible.
Chelsea, tell me how motherfuckers be playing with y'all roles and all. Look, they like it. I love it. But yeah, my back shall not be this big. Come, I'm giving February, March at the latest.
Okay, so we together. We finna do this, Bree. Me and you. We go come February, March. We gonna take some pictures.
Okay, we're gonna take good pictures. Not even gonna have to
Yeah,
have them. Period. All right. Fufa
I'm
hitting
big.
crazy. Look,
Mission unbig the back.
unbig la backs. Los backs.
Those backs.
How you say backs in Spanish?
Oh my gosh.
Nah, for real. But okay, we can move on till Mike Jones come back. Mike Jones, get on your Zoom on time. Okay. What are we talking about today? It's a lot. I feel like it's been a lot going on in the culture. First off, Love and War. Ashanti and Nelly is expecting a baby, and this girl went viral for bashing Ashanti for just being in love and loving on the man that she with right now. I think we have a video on it. We ready? We ready? We ready for the video?
Remember when I told y'all that there's somebody out there for everybody, and what one woman is not willing to accept, another woman is there with her hands out waiting for crumbs? That's exactly the situation that reminds me of this whole Nelly and Ashanti relationship, right? He was with that other woman for nearly a decade. And she went on that show and she said, I don't want to be just a baby mama. I want to be a wife. Like, I want it to be love, marriage, baby, and in that order. And in that order. And we don't know why they broke up, or at least I don't know why they broke up. And now he's rebounding with Ashanti, and let's just call it what it is. It's a rebound, sis. Like, it's a rebound. I hate to see Ashanti going out bad like this, because honestly, when I saw that she was pregnant, in my head, I said, yikes. Because already, sis, and why didn't you make him marry you? But this is a middle-aged man who did not marry the woman that he was engaged to for 7 years. And he's probably not going to marry Ashanti either. And if we're really keeping it a buck, probably the only reason that he's with Ashanti is because he's already middle-aged and he's nearing the end of his life. And he wants somebody to spend the rest of his life with, and he wants a kid. And Chantel was not going to give him a kid without marriage. A lot of black women are too comfortable being the baby moms. Now, Chantel was like, I'm not going to be a baby mom. But Ashanti was like, oh, please, please love me. I'll be your baby mom. Girl, remember when I told you?
Calling Ashanti a rebound is crazy to me. So the woman that she's referring to is Chantel. I believe she
Yeah.
used to date Floyd Mayweather for a while, and
Hmm.
if I'm not mistaken, she broke up with Floyd Mayweather pretty much for the same thing. Like, they were dated for a long time and didn't really seem like there was any more growth in the relationship. Then she started dating Nelly because she was on Nelly's show when he had that reality show with him and
Yeah.
his, and they were
Hmm.
together and engaged for 7 years. And she ended up ending things because pretty much, she got tired of waiting. Being engaged for 7 years is also insane too, because it's like if you ain't trying to marry me within the next 2 years and you got money, I feel like the only way you gonna elongate an engagement is if y'all trying to save money.
Hmm.
Other than that,
Um, I feel like she has some valid points, but I also feel like it was get very much giving hater because who fucking asked you for your dissertation on Nelly
internet,
and Sean?
everyone's opinion
Like
is
nobody cares that much. One, two. I feel like you can change your mind. Like if Ashanti decided that she didn't want to be married and she'd rather just have a baby, she's getting older. Maybe she really wanted a baby. Like I just feel like this. At the end of the day, what works for one couple may not work for the other. I'm not Chantel, more power to her for sticking to her standards. And Ashanti, she went back to who she loved. I think it's very harsh to call her a rebound though. Like that girl she was with Nelly for a long time. Like, I don't know. I feel like at the end of the day, nobody asked you.
yeah, I don't think it was a rebound either because I feel like you can't really call it a rebound if they already had history. Because for all we know, Nelly could have been wanting to be with Ashanti for the last 10, 12 years, but didn't have the chance because he was with old girl. Mike Jones, what you think? Is
Man,
Ashanti a rebound?
no, that's his girl. That's the one that got away. You know what I'm saying? Like essentially, like who compares to her? Like his other chicks might have been bad, but that's Ashanti. Like the whole public, we've been reminiscing on that relationship till they got back together. So they ain't no rebound. He just had to spin the block real quick.
Okay, well, I have another question. So, do you think that Nelly settled because they're older and he know, well, if this is my only time with Ashanti, do you think it's hidden on some? I'm getting older. I really don't even got, the wit spin, or my lungs don't work like they used to. So I really don't even got the oxygen to keep up with all these women. So let me just go ahead and settle down with Shorty.
All right, my question. I'm gonna hit you with the question to respond to your question. Why it gotta be him though? Why it gotta be he wised up? Why she wised up? You know what I'm saying? She might have been young, wild, a little reckless at the mouth. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? She might have been like, you know what, baby, I was tripping. Let's do this thing one more time. And Nelly was like, you know what? We can do this. You know what I'm saying?
I'ma
Why it
solve
got to
this
be his
for you.
way?
I'm gonna
Huh?
solve this for you. I'm gonna solve this
Uh-huh.
for you. Nelly is
Right?
a Scorpio. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Nelly's a Scorpio. That's it. The end of the conversation. That's it.
Uh-huh.
It's his fault.
Nah. I
Unfortunately, I agree with you. As a Scorpio and somebody who really, really like borderline cannot stand Scorpio men, I do believe Nelly is the problem. Or was the
I
problem.
I got PTSD from a Scorpio. I know.
my question is, have any of you ever dated a woman?
I have.
No.
Oh Lord,
You
my grandma gonna watch this.
Bree, you have? Look at Miss Sexual
so
Fluidity.
so you
I love it.
so do you know how crazy y'all can get? You know what I'm saying? Maybe it took some growth on her part for them to get back right. You know what I'm saying? Just don't put that on Nelly though. That's all I'm saying.
No,
Don't
that's
put
why
that
I
on
don't
Nelly.
date.
Oh,
That's why I don't date women no more. My emotions are like I don't date women no more. I can't. Mm-mm. Our emotions are
Yeah, I had a
crazy.
friend tell me, let look, I had a friend tell me women lesbian relationships are the most toxic ones. I don't know how true that is, but
Oh,
she was with
totally true.
girls.
No, totally true. True to like
So
the.
does that make us the problem then? What if it
Um,
is us
I
and not
don't.
the men?
I don't know
Because we
because
always blaming them.
but I also feel like they were separated for so long. So it's like I don't even think it's more so of who the problem is. Maybe they both was just young at the time. Like they were really young at the time. And Ashanti was in her peak, Nelly was in his peak. It could have been on some like, we don't even have time to really be with each other in a relationship right now. Or it could have been, Nelly wanted to be out here in these streets a little bit more and Ashanti was ready to settle down. She could have always been ready to settle down, but just never
Let me
found
ask you something. Let me ask you something. So, one thing I notice about men is that they don't like to be alone. And so a lot of them, if you look at the history of a lot of men, they will jump from they'll get out of one relationship and get in the next. I feel like us as women, we kind of like take some time and try to heal from whatever situation we was in. But I noticed this as a pattern for men, especially older men who have never been married. Do you feel like there is some validity to what the person was saying about not necessarily that she was a rebound, but more so of like he went from Chantel and then before we knew it, he was with Ashanti. I didn't even know him and Chantel broke up.
Oh, they broke up a couple
So
of years ago though.
mm,
I don't think it was. I don't think we even know. But from what I saw, I think it was definitely like at least a year in between the time when he left her and got with Ashanti, and I believe she left him. And then on top of that, it's like sometimes when you're on the verge of breaking up with somebody mentally, emotionally, you already gone.
you leave first. Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Mike Jones, you with us? I don't know if he can hear me, but yeah.
I think
Um,
he's muted.
But they're expecting the baby. Also, another point I wanted to point out, from what the girl said, she was saying it was given. Ashanti was given, oh my God, I want to have your baby. Let me be a baby mom. It never gave that. It was given. They was outside, free, having fun with each other. It never gave this man because I want to lock him down with a baby.
And let's be honest here, Ashanti could have had a baby a long time ago. She's
By
mentioned that she's been in
anybody.
other relationships.
By anybody. I did love how they women got to go, oh my God, not everybody leaving me, child. Where's everybody at? This happens to me. It's my turn. Mike Jones, are you back with us? Can you hear me? Dang. Or maybe I can't hear you. Who Mike Jones? Who Mike Jones? What's the number? 312-330-8004. I know it's not 312. What's the other? Y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I don't think Mike Jones can hear me
I
though.
don't know if he can hear you though.
Yeah, I don't think so. Dang. Okay, we're gonna try to move on. He can chime in.
Yeah.
Or maybe he can hear you. All right. Nonetheless, I do wish the best for Nelly and Ashanti. I hope they have a little girl. I think they'll have a cute little girl.
Sidebar, you know, he just became a grandfather too.
That's
So
insane. Black people be
yeah, he
doing
just
that,
became a
okay?
grandfather. Huh?
Black people play. Nah, Hispanics, y'all do that too.
Yes, we do. Me and my aunt are literally, I'm a year older than my aunt. Like we definitely do that too, okay?
Yeah, I
We
think I got an
we
uncle
just
that's like 4, 5 years older than me. Mike Jones, I feel like I can hear him moving, but I can't, like, okay, don't see him at all. Here we go. All right, Mike Jones, you can hear me. I'm finna, okay, clearly you can't. Well, while we run through these technical difficulties, this would have been a time we would have played one of my favorite commercials. Where's the Boss Tech commercials when you need them? All right, J. Marie is back. Once J. Marie come back, we're gonna move on to talk about our
look,
next subject, which I
technical
think.
difficulties, but it's okay. We back.
Okay, we back. What was I saying? Yeah. Nonetheless, I hope they have a beautiful baby girl. I'm wishing for a baby girl. I love to predict people babies. And the
You
way
know
they
what?
even
We in a girl
came out
season, so it's
talking about
possible.
it. Huh?
I said we in a girl season, so it's possible.
Yeah. And the way they even came out, like the video of her like touching her stomach.
Super cute.
Here go the comments. Here comes the trolls. Y'all need to leave them alone. It's their business and their life. If y'all listen to other talk shows, as Shanti stated, she is now ready for a family. Leave them alone. Beautiful couple with a lot of love. She is not a rebound chick. You talking about
And
y'all?
we ain't
You say
disagreeing
she
with
was
you,
a
Billy
rebound.
Boy.
Billy, Billy boy. We
I
did
got a
not.
new name in the streets. They call me Billy.
That's insane. But yeah, I love to see black love, and I love to see people that come back together. And when you spend the block on your ex, that kind of made me happy because sometimes I'll be thinking about spending the block on my ex, and I'll be like, no. So then when I
You
see none
can't
of
pay
you
me.
Shanti,
No.
it be kind of giving me hope. Like maybe this man is gonna get it together, or maybe I gotta wait till I'm 37 for him to get it together. Who knows? We gonna see. Going to our next topic. Speaking of black love, ooh, well, have black love. Jeezy and Jenny Mae.
Not half black love.
Jeezy and
Oh.
Jenny Mae are going through a divorce. Jenny Mae went on the Jennifer Hudson show and she decided to state that she allegedly did not even know about the divorce until it hit the media outlets. Jeezy responded and said that they had conversations, that they went to counseling, they saw a therapist a couple times, and that they were just like clashing through their marriage, and that she pretty much knew or had an idea that a divorce was coming. I don't
Hmm.
like that because Jeezy was just sitting down in front of neons, how real niggas don't cheat. What you not finna do is lie, and what you not finna do again, lie alone. I don't like that.
You, so you feel like she lying?
I don't feel like no. I don't. I feel like Jeezy is lying. I think Jeezy is lying. I don't. Well, I don't even want to call him a liar because I don't know him. I think he's omitting parts of the truth, even with the divorce. Um, how she got on there and said, "Well, I didn't know anything about the divorce until it hit the media." I truly believe that that man did not tell her, "I'm ready to serve you divorce papers."
I can see that.
He's
Huh?
probably there. The signs were probably there, but that's completely different than calling somebody or texting somebody like, "Hey, I got divorce papers on the way." Because if she finds out in the media, that mean that he only filed for divorce. She probably didn't even get a notification of the
Hmm.
divorce papers.
So like this is the thing too, is like we seen it with Tiana and Iman.
Tiana did everything she could to keep their divorce under wraps, and she made sure that she protected her family. And this is where I feel like it is kind of toxic of him, because if you're going to file those papers in your name, because you can file them with the initials so that people don't know that it's you filing, you the celebrities filing, right? So it's a little toxic of him, and in a little bit of ways you wanted this public because you filed under your name, and that's how it got back to her via social media, et cetera, et cetera. If it was really about keeping this private and you want to, clean divorce, you would have look, we filing this under my initials, and we're gonna make sure that this is clean because we have a daughter involved. But he really took it and then try to brand it and get ahead of it by doing this interview. So I agree with you.
Yeah, it was giving Brandon, let me cover up my tracks and sit in front of me alone and show how what an outstanding man of integrity I am, and then stir up all this ish in the media. I ain't like that. What the comments saying? Jeannie trying to
Uh,
get money. Sorry, y'all. My screen is going in and out.
he did say she should have knew it was coming based on the fact that they were doing what they were doing wasn't working. Jeannie
But
gives
that doesn't
delusional.
mean there's a difference of you anticipating something is coming or you assuming that somebody knows
Exactly.
that something is coming, opposed to this man actually giving you papers and then you find out on the internet uh maybe 2 days, 3 days later that it hit the blogs. When you
Yeah,
find
I
out
just feel like
all and you don't have papers in front of you, like actual divorce papers in front of you, no.
I
I
just
don't
feel like being
know.
blindsided is like the worst thing that could happen when it comes to like you, your situation not working out. There is almost like there is no feeling there of like, yo, I married this woman. She had a baby with me. Let me at least spare her a little bit, knowing that this is going to be a big deal. And he did not do that at all. And like, I mean, I enjoyed the interview he did with Nia Long. I think he made some great points as far as healing was concerned and like healing himself. But it just shows that he has a lot more work to do, because how can you, in your right self, your healed self, you went to therapy, so it's not like you're oblivious to the fact that you have issues. You're working on those issues with said partner. And part of going to therapy, I believe, is them also talking about the possibility of it not working and how to move forward when it doesn't work. So I can't imagine you going through therapy with this woman and then going to do a interview and spilling all, like just doing it the way you did it. You set it up. It was a PR situation. You definitely set it up for branding.
But also going back to Jeannie and Jeannie, it's Jeannie May, right? Jeannie Mai.
Jeannie, I think my
Jeannie Mai. Mama. Yeah, it's mine. Jeannie Mai. Shay says she gives delusional and anger issues. I don't know if I could fully believe her either, because this is the same woman that went on national TV and said she never wanted to get married and that she never wanted to have kids. Literally, the year after she broke up with her husband, she went and got married and had a kid by a black man. So I don't know if I can fully believe her
let's not
either.
forget that she said that she like her dark meat on the side too.
Dark, I
That is
forgot.
crazy.
That meter getting low and low, sis. Like you gotta chill, bro. She has to chill.
She
She needs to
definitely
just take
said
a
that.
break.
She
Break.
said
Love on
white
your
keeps me lean and dark. I like my dark meat on the side. Like that right there alone. I don't like at this point. I don't
baby. Totally
like
forgot that lady
Jeezy
said that.
got what he got from that situation just off of that statement alone.
And
Like
Jeezy went and married this lady. That is
he
insane.
married this lady after she said that. Bro, she fetishized you completely and you married her. I don't feel bad for you.
And gave her a baby. And you know what else is giving delusion? Because all of this was going on, and she was still like, I remember she put up a reel of her and like the baby when Jeezy
Yeah.
book came out, and she was like,
It was like a
"Oh,
week
Daddy got the
before.
book out," and they were just like glorifying his book, but it's like whole time he can't even stand you, and you can't stand him. Like, why are we doing this for the internet?
I'm not gonna lie, I did that one time. Like me and my baby daddy, when we was having issues, and I knew we was gonna break up. I was trying to like, hold it together a little bit. Like, you just kind of want to show people like we got this. I think I was trying to convince myself more than
Baby, that
anything that
is
that was gonna work, but it
no, that
wasn't,
is
and it
a
didn't.
stunt. Yeah, that's a stunt. It ain't even a flex. But Jeezy lawyer did come out because Jenny Mae accused him of cheating. And yeah, she accused him of cheating and said that there's a clause in the prenup
Yep.
where he owes her a whole lot of money if he ends up cheating out of the prenup. So Jeezy lawyer came out, I believe yesterday, and put out a statement that said that Jeezy never cheated on her and all the allegations were false. I think that gets a little weary because it depends on what her version of cheating is.
Well, I would think that in the clause it would say what specifically is cheating. So if you have verbally cheating or physically cheating, emotionally cheating, like what's in that clause. So that's going to be what determines what she gets. Um but I mean at this point, let me ask you something. Would you be upset if you said you weren't going to have no kids and then you get with this man, you have his baby, and a whole year later y'all divorcing?
Hell yeah, I'll be upset. I'm like, first off, not only did I waste a year of my life, like 9 months of that year I was pregnant. So you owe me. I need reparations. I
Okay?
need, I'm making up the text messages. Okay, I'm sending the girl to go so I can know for a
You
fact
gonna
that
use that text app?
you're ready to get this prenup clause out the way. Okay, I'm setting you up. Period. Because you're not about to play with me. That's insane.
Mm-hmm. I'll say this. So that happened to me. I had my son, and like I was pregnant for 9 months, and then like maybe a few months after that, me and his father split. And I don't think that men realize like we are not ourselves after we have children. We are still trying to acclimate to life, and our bodies have changed, our physical mind has changed, and they be ready to go. And because I've seen it, like this is a prime example of that. But how many times have you heard stories of women being left right after they have the baby?
I've seen
And
I've seen it happen so many times. Like
yeah,
men not wanting to go through the postpartum
it happened with
period.
Ari and G Herbo.
Yeah,
Like I just feel like when it comes to that, it's like men don't know how to extend the grace. And I think, all of the changes. But I also feel like there's a slight part of me that also feels like he must have not wanted to be with you before you got pregnant, because, and he stuck around because you got pregnant. But there has to have been something in him that didn't want you before you got pregnant. Because I just can't imagine you going 9 months seeing this woman carry your child, and then once she popped the baby out, you like, deuces. See
yeah.
you.
Because
We had a nice run.
I
Like,
need to see the proof from her. I need to see the proof that he cheated. Because I wonder, was he just like texting girls, or did you actually like know or have evidence of him like actually having like sexual intercourse with women?
well, they say that I was actually recently talking to somebody about this. Men sometimes will text girls just to see if they still got it, or because they having issues with the person that they with, but
That's
they
cheating.
don't go as far as actually cheating. They just be texting. But I feel like it's the same thing.
That's cheating.
That's cheating. Yes, absolutely.
It's cheating for
Why
sure.
you want attention? What's that meme that says why you want attention from the village or something like that? I don't know. Like something about not wanting a man if he wants attention from the village or something like that. I don't know.
I
Yeah.
want to know what Nia Long got to say about this because she sat in front of that man and agreed with him and, and was
She
sitting there
sat in
like,
front of that man with the star eyes. She like, ooh,
okay,
my trauma. Ooh,
okay, like he was
we
the
finna
most
get married.
powerful man in the world. And look what happened. That man talking about niggas, real niggas don't cheat.
She was
Please,
a little turned on by that little bald head of his,
real niggas don't cheat.
shining bright and lying.
What lies? What
That's the
what are, what
line
are these
starter
lies
kit,
you speak of?
okay? The line starter kit, bald head, shiny, with a black suit on. Line starter kit,
Let's not forget the watch too.
okay?
Man, what y'all talking about? What are
Line
these lies
starter
you
kit.
speak of?
Name 5 bald men that cheat. Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Whoa. Whoa.
Mr. Clean.
Whoa. You wildin' right now. You wildin'.
George Foreman.
George Foreman.
All them kids he got cheaters.
Not,
Okay.
man, not the man that gave us the grill. The man that gave us the grill wouldn't cheat.
Irvin Magic Johnson.
Okay.
He wasn't bald then. He wasn't bald then. He had a fade. He had a fade. So
Mike Jones.
Be cheated.
Huh? What? That was when I was young. That was when I was young. I had hair when I cheated.
Kobe, Steve Harvey. Look, y'all going crazy.
I cheated when I had braids. That
Yeah, niggas with neck braids. You got the little neck braids.
So we all agree. We don't date Scorpios and we don't date bald head men. Okay.
I am Scorpio.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't
Scorpio
do that.
women.
Don't do that.
If you want some fun in your life, I'm a little toxic.
Don't do that. Brothers with no head need love. What you talking about?
She said, Bree said, I don't like it boring.
I don't. I'm a little toxic. Gotta take you on a roller coaster a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of am too. I'm a little toxic, okay? More than one person tell you toxic, you toxic.
So Mike Jones, before they kick you out again, let's pray to God that they don't. So do you believe Jeezy really cheated on Jeannie Mae?
No, man. You heard what he said.
That's because you bossed it. It don't matter what he said.
You heard what he said.
It's what you can prove in court.
Huh?
It's what you can prove in court.
I think there were cultural differences in the understanding of their relationship, and he had to split. He had to get up out that thing. You know what I'm saying? You heard what he said. Real niggas don't cheat. You know, he got that off. You know, long as Nia Long agreed, that's all that matters.
Oh, Nia Long is
recovering from her last marriage. Okay, she's trying to find her next husband, and
Nia Long is operating out of a place of vulnerability right now.
Hold on, how you know Jeezy ain't vulnerable? I don't like this narrative.
Because he out here cheating.
How you know? You was there? Was it you?
It might have been.
She was. Put me in a prenup.
You know he like Asian girls.
He like all the flavors, okay? He like all the flavors.
He want to taste the rainbow.
I really hope that I really do hope that she spends some time like kind of focusing on herself and realizing what she really wants out of life, because I do believe that she's lost when it comes to like the romance department and what she wants out of a partner. I feel like she just don't know.
Man, I feel like they jumped into that marriage kind of quick. Like they was dating and then they got married, and it was just they didn't figure out all the things that they needed to figure out before they got together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what happened. Like,
well, sometimes I feel like sometimes you get caught in like the whirlwind romance of things, and it's new, it's exciting. If you didn't have a partner who was fun, and you get a partner to where you could laugh with and sing songs with, you get wrapped up in that, and then you end up on a side of things where it's like, dang, I don't really know this person. I know the good sides of them, but then once things get thick and you get in the thick of it, and you realize, dang, I don't know if we're really that compatible. It's not always about, the personality and having fun. It's the other side of that. Like, can you stick with me? Can you ride it out with me when it gets hard? Can you, are you open to changing or making some amends to certain things so that we could work as a couple? So I feel like that's what happened with them. They got caught up in the lust and the fun and everything, and now
I know she did because Jeezy had her at the verses. Jeezy had her in music videos. Like, I know she got caught up in the culture.
In front of the Rolls Royce. She's like, ooh, I'm from the Bay Area. Like, look.
Okay. Like,
her had a little bit.
Urban demographic went up. Okay. I know she was
I'm a woman of color.
I can definitely see her getting lost in that. No shade. Like, I'll give it to her. I can definitely see her getting lost in that type of lifestyle. And she just,
what? The only thing that I'm proud that she didn't do was she didn't come out with them braids. Because if she would have came out with the braids, like, it just
baby, it would have been like, okay, now you gotta stop. At some point we gotta draw the line. I ain't no Nia Long wanted J. Cole.
Let me stop. Producer says, "Slow down, girl. You talking too much today."
Ain't Neil Long married? I mean, ain't J. Cole married?
Uh, yeah, J. Cole is definitely married to his college sweetheart.
You think J. Cole be cheating?
He admitted he be cheating. He said he cheats.
That's
I
why
don't know
I love him.
how, but he
Tell
was.
the truth, young king. Tell the truth.
He said,
Let
"I'm
that
like,
woman
I'm
decide.
half white. Okay, I cheat." You know they say black men don't cheat. He said half of me do.
That's insane. Jay, you on a roll today. We finna move on.
Let me stop because I'm turning red.
I love that for you, okay? I did not know J. Cole was a cheater. I appreciate him telling the truth, though.
Okay, Shay, he can cheat with me anytime. Want to cheat?
He could cheat with me exact. No, I believe Shay. I believe Shay wholeheartedly. Shay would probably let that man just put her in the house and she'll just be there whenever he's ready to come home. So, dang,
Oh my
that
god.
just really just blew my mind. I did not know J. Cole admitted to cheating.
Yeah, he said it. I forgot. I want to say it was like in KOD. He opened up about it. Not in the album, but like rollout for the album. I feel like he did talk about like just him cheating. He said he wrote a song and he's like, that was when I was cheating or something like that. I know he admitted it though.
Child, he dressed like he tired of cheating now because who he be having on.
That's why that you know what? That's why he be probably looking homeless now because his wife is like, look,
Yeah,
do your
he
like
definitely be having those I don't cheat
you
no more.
gotta have a compromise here. You can't be looking all good going on stage and you want to cheat. No,
Yeah, he
something got to
definitely
give.
he definitely dressed like he don't cheat no more. I appreciate that because you know life be hard sometimes when you cheating. You get caught up and do some wild shit. So
Stressed out, man.
life
It's too
be
much.
hard. Okay. Next up, speaking of life being hard, Saucy Santana opened up on the For the Fellas podcast brought to you by VH1 with Deval Ellis. And he said that he didn't want his son to be gay.
Mm.
Yeah. And one of the reasons that he said was because he said, I know what I went through and I didn't want like that hardship of what I went through in life to come back on my son for being gay.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it kind of went viral a little bit, and I feel like he was getting like a little bit of both, like backlash too. But I feel like if we don't know what it's like, well, I personally don't know what it's like for a gay black man to go through society and deal with the things that he dealt with. And so, understandably, I think for him, oh, we got the video.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested, man. Do you want kids?
I think for me, just being honest, I'm just worried about how to raise a kid. And just me being gay, and I feel like if I have a son, I wouldn't want my son to be gay. And not because nothing is wrong with it, but because of everything that I went through.
Can I ask a question though?
Yeah.
Do you feel like that may be a little bit of self-hate, that you wouldn't want your son to be a reflection of who you are? Like I know, and I understand the trauma you probably had to go to, but do you kind of feel like
I don't never look at it as self-hate because I love myself more than anybody. I think that it's just not easy. So that's why I kind of equated it to like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all like, hey, I grew up in the projects. I don't want my child to. I just feel like I want better. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know if better is the right words because not saying to me nothing is wrong with being gay, but
you want the world to treat gay people better?
Yeah,
and you can't control that.
And you can't control that.
I get it.
Saucy, man, I'm interested, man.
Do you think he made a valid point by saying that? I personally, for someone who don't have children, and when I think about having children, I always think about like the things that we have to go through in this world. Like even with like personally, I don't know if I can handle sending my child to school because with like school shootings and ill and like COVID and children just coming out with like knives and like the other little white boy that beat up the black girl, like what was that last week in that suburban school? Like those are the type of things that scare me, and I know that I will be in jail, and my kid will be an orphan if anything was to happen to them.
Yeah. I think as a mother, we always want to protect and shield our kids from society and society's ways of thinking. And, we want to raise them to be upstanding citizens who love everyone. But a lot of the times, I think for him, he made a lot of valid points. I think that when you grow up in certain environments and you are treated a certain way, you do become hesitant to you don't want your children to experience the same things that you experience. It doesn't matter if if it's him being gay, or if there's so many things that go into play when it comes to raising a child, especially, my children are mixed, but especially black children. Like, there's so many things you have to prepare them for. And so for him, he made a lot of valid points. But at the same time, I think this is where parenting comes into play, because I think if you are honest with your children, if you prepare them for the world, if you just give them the tools to be able to even express themselves, and teach them, like, hey, stick up for yourself. Because a lot of the times, parents don't teach their kids. They be like, oh, go tell an adult. Sometimes you need to teach your children to stick up for themselves and to have a voice. And so those are the things that are going to come into play when you raise children. For me personally, educating them about world stuff like, obviously do it age appropriately, but I think a lot of the times, we just need to be more mindful as parents how we raise them, and just be real with them. We don't live in a fantasy world. We have to teach them and prepare them for real life shit. And so I think ultimately that's what's going to come of it with anybody who raises children. However, they, if it's gay or whatever, it's going to be one of those things. You just have to prepare them for life and wherever that goes.
And I think it starts with preparing your own mental as well, because it's like
Hmm.
you have to understand whether it don't like your kid is gonna get teased for something, like whether it's because his parents are, of the LGBTQ plus community, whether it's because he has a black mom and a white dad, like your kid is gonna be teased for something. Like I know I was teased when I was in school.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, like you just have to prepare your own self to kind of just have kind of understand how to deal with that, and continue to teach your kid to lead with kindness. Because even though, like, I can say that I was bullied a little bit when I was coming up. Not in high school though. People ain't playing with me in high school, but like grammar school, yeah, I was definitely getting bullied a little bit. And I just kept remembering my dad would tell me, like, as long as they don't put your hands on you. And he was like, they do put your hands if they do put their hands on you, then you just hit them in the nose, which I never had to. I
Never
did
knows.
all the time. Yeah, I did have to hit
Um,
them in the nose.
yeah, I think it's just all about
But
mental.
he always did teach me to lead with kindness. And I think that's something to, like, even to this day, like I always kind of like hold on to, like, even when people are like different than us, or people who are maybe not as knowledgeable is like on a certain subject, and us like ignorant to certain things. Like I feel like I always kind of have like that thing in the back of my mind, like, everybody not the same. Everybody
And
not.
you got to remember too, like, a lot of the times, and this is something that I hope I actually teach them now, even though, like, my kids are homeschooled, so I don't look, I do worry, and this is why they're home with me. But what I will say is, it's like, even when they were in school, if there was a little bit of teasing, or I always try to remind them too, like, people, not every kid comes from love, not every kid comes from a home of love. And so in those moments where they are talking about you or bullying you, or whatever, to also remember, like, I know it's a little empathetic, but like, just to have some empathy there. Like, you ain't gotta always, yes, stick up for yourself, but in the same token, be mindful. Kids are just mean too. Like,
Kids are mean as hell.
kids are mean, but I
Kids
think a lot of it is, when I look back on, like, because when I was in elementary school, I got called all types of names. And when I look back, a lot of them kids didn't come from like a good environment, good homes. Like, one of the girls who used to bully me, like, her mom wasn't even in her life. So, like, when you put those things into perspective as adults, you understand why she was doing what she was doing back then. But so I try to like explain that in a kid way so that they could understand it. But at the end of the day, I think it is, like you said too, mentally preparing yourself as a parent, because sometimes, you be wanting to, like, go down to the school and be like, look, this is happening, y'all need to do something before I do it, because you right away go into protection mode over your children. And so you definitely got to prepare yourself for that stuff too, because it's hard.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that the vow asked him like, "Do you think you don't want to have children because of like self hate, because you don't want them to look or turn out the way that you did?" And I was a little interested as to why he would kind of, because I don't know, I feel like people of other communities, they don't hate themselves. Like once
Yeah,
they come out, they are like the most liberated. I love myself. You can't tell me nothing about me.
I think that there is an aspect of it though that some of them, um full transparency, I had a family member who, is gay, and the one thing that he did say was like, "You think that I want, like, do you think that I want to go through this stuff? If I had my choice, I wouldn't, like, this is who I am, but do you think that I want to go through the things that I have to go through on a daily?" So I think there is another side of that where it's like, okay, you may love who you are, but and you have to, that's a working process for anyone, whether you're straight, gay, whatever. That's a working process. We all are working towards loving ourselves more. But I think in their in their aspect, it's like there is that part of them that wishes that they, not, maybe not all of them. I'm not speaking for everyone, but I'm just saying that I could see why he might have asked that, because there is certain people like my family member who was like, look, I didn't choose this for myself. I don't want to have to go through X, Y, and Z. I wish I didn't have to go through this. So I think that there is a side of that. So I get why he asked them that. But a lot of them are very free, but I think they have to work up to that. They're
I
not
saw a
always out the gate free.
Yeah, I saw a interview clip from Variety. They did an interview with Billie Eilish, and I think she made a song where she like came out, and they asked her about it. She was like, "Well, I really didn't come out. Like, I just assumed everybody knew that I was part of the community." And they was like, "Well, we didn't really know because you never said nothing." She was like, "Well, yeah, I was just thinking about like I didn't think like, and I didn't think nobody really, I didn't think that anybody had a like oh my god, like Billie Eilish finally came out moment from listening to my song." But I feel like most of her fans did, because I think that's the first time that she talked about it. But she made a point because she was like, "Why do we have to like? Why is coming
Why
out
is it
still?"
gonna be this big rollout?
Yeah, like why is coming out still a thing? Like why do the people in the community have to be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gay," just to let y'all know. "Oh yeah, like I like girls, or I like guys," just to let y'all know. Cause straight people don't have to do that.
Well, they said that, that was something that they brought up when that whole Dwight Howard situation came up. I mean, there's allegations there, but let's take the allegations out of it for a second. He kind of said the same
Mhm.
thing, like, this is not y'all business. Like, what I do is my business. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like when it comes to celebrities, there's this expectation of them to stand for something. And if this is who
Yeah,
you
like
are, you got to be the spokesperson for that thing.
you always have to be the ambassador. Like I like protein shakes, so I have to be the official ambassador for protein shakes. Like that's insane. Like what? Everybody don't have to be an ambassador just because they're living their life. Like let people live.
There, and at the end of the day, what we don't realize, or what society doesn't realize, is that celebrities are human, and just because they have, this big, platform, that doesn't take away from them being a person. And so we got to remember that sometimes some stuff is just not our business. Okay, that's how I feel.
Okay, but what is our business? Raising Kanan season 3 premieres. Um, Out of all of them, I think Power Power Ghost is my favorite. But
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited for Raising Kanan this season because I did end up binge watching it like on one of those like I don't have nothing to do. Let me find a show to watch, and I ended up binge watching. I ended up getting into it, but I don't think I really like enjoyed it. I'm just starting to think that all these shows have the same storyline.
So with that specific the specific shows with Power, their universe. So each storyline ties into the first show. So Raising Kanan ties into Ghost when he's younger. So eventually in this throughout the season, you'll probably see Ghost as a young kid and them coming up. And then Power Force, I guess, is Tommy. So that's that's that over there, like it's a spinoff, and then Ghost is the same thing as a
They
spinoff. But
keep saying that Ghost gonna come back in force.
I think he is.
The
I think
man's
he is.
dead. How? What is wrong with you?
How many times have you seen shows that where the person come back miraculously after being
I
dead because
will
they done
literally,
made a deal with the government or something
I
like?
will literally boycott Power if Ghost comes back as a full grown, resurrected from the dead Jesus Christ moment. Like, I will legit call no, I will call it quits because that's too much.
Well, I feel like too, like where do you go from there? Because what do we have? What do we have?
He's
The little boy
gone.
trying to kill his daddy again because he hates his father. So like the
He's
storyline, where does
gone.
the storyline go after that?
He got a whole nother spinoff.
So I mean, my favorite too is Ghost as well. I just like the way that they are able to keep us on our feet. But I do like Raising Kanan. I feel like the actor um 50 Cent's character he does an
He's a
amazing job
good actor.
of mimicking this man. That is that man's son. Like, how do you know, like, the movement, his facial movements be just like 50 Cent. Like the way he do stuff with his lip and everything. I just be watching like, wow, this man is
I do think
talented.
50 Cent, well, or the team, whoever cast this, does a great job with the cast.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Which one is your
Um,
least favorite?
Absolutely. I'm interested though to see what's gonna come of that because the storyline. What I really love about Raising Kanan though is like it's very New York in the 90s. Like I love that they capture
Little
all
New
of
York
that
in the 90s.
in my past life, okay?
Okay.
Play with it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna watch it. I might when it comes to the power shows, I have to wait sometimes until like it's over with for me to go watch it.
You know what? I was doing that too until I got
I have to do
addicted.
it.
Now I
Yeah,
gotta
I
watch
have
them
to.
every week.
Yeah. I'm not one of those people that be on Twitter and be like, "Dang, y'all better not tell me what happened." No, tell me what happened. I'll just watch it later.
You like spoilers?
Yeah, sometimes it
Well,
depends.
I know not to go on your page on Sundays because I
It
be trying to get.
depends. I don't spoil the show, but I'm not mad at people who actually, you know, who actually spoil it for me. I don't be mad at them for real.
I don't be mad either, but it's like I still don't want to know though. Like I'm not asking you.
Well, stay off my page. Period.
I'm finna
Um,
stay with the page.
Beyonce dropped Renaissance last week and it broke records at the box office, which was expected. This is not news. The Beehive was definitely gonna go crazy. I just love how everybody was just celebrating and singing along and dancing in the movie theater. That never happens.
Look, I was in Vegas. I took myself on a date, and I went to Carbone. I went and got me a
You sure
little
you went by
drink to
yourself?
drink. Huh?
You sure you took yourself on a date?
I did take myself on a
You gonna
date.
tell us about this man you got?
Self love. Okay, so look it. I've seen the movie now. Okay, I seen it the first night it came out, the day before it came out, or whatever, and it was like I cried. It like the opening scene, I cried. I was crying already. It's bawling, boo-hooing, crying. And I've never like I don't know if you've experienced this like going to concerts, but I've only cried to like maybe twice. One of that because the energy. Beyonce, I cried when her and Jay-Z went on tour.
I cried at On the Run tour for sure. Definitely.
And Janae, when I saw Janae, her energy is like overwhelming. I don't know, it's weird. I never had that experience before with any other concerts, and I've been to a lot of them. But I cried. It was an amazing. I liked it. I liked it. I feel like she gave
I
us
cried
just
at a Lil
enough.
Uzi concert.
You cried at a little Uzi concert.
Yeah, it was just like we was in the front. It was a lot going
Did you
on.
have drugs?
I don't do drugs. Crack is whack. Okay, but let's
Okay, Whitney.
the feels was feeling, and I got emotional.
Was you with your Bobby Brown? That's why you cried.
No, I was, it was giving the same feelings you felt at Beyonce was the feelings that I felt at
But
Uzi.
Uzi Vert, like that is so random.
But this was also back when I was like 22, 23. So
So you was in puppy love.
I didn't even like him. I just liked everything else about him. Like I just like him coming
What?
up.
You didn't like him, but you liked everything about
I
him.
didn't like him as like, oh, I think he fine because he little. But it was just like, dang, like he really doing it. And then that I think in my stage in my life, like I was really trying to like get there. Like I had just really like started taking radio seriously and stuff, and I think I was like really following his journey. So it was like, dang, like I
So
love him.
he inspired you.
Yes, okay, inspiration
Okay.
is the word.
There's nothing wrong with a little inspiration from your boo now, okay?
That's
But
insane.
but back to the Beyonce, the Beyonce movie. There has been some rumble, ruffling of feathers in the beehive. Well, what can we say about ruffling of the honeycombs? Okay, but anyways, there's been a little ruffling of the honeycombs because of an article that came out kind of critiquing the movie. Um, it's a very interesting piece. The silence is the loudest part of Renaissance. Now, this girl kind of did break down a lot of like the issues she had with the movie. Pretty much, the end of the article, she pretty much states like Beyonce is a corporation and she does not stand for anything. Now, what she's referring to is the fact that there were a lot of moments in this article where, I mean, in the movie where, she spoke on the LGBTQ community, and but it was like the writer was trying to challenge the reader to look deeper into certain things. Like Beyonce, a lot of the times is known for making these very slight political statements without really standing for anything. They
Hold on,
had a huge people had a huge huh?
we got somebody in the comments. We gonna answer your questions. Just give us like for the lifestyle section. We gonna answer all your questions. Just bear with us. Let's talk about Beyonce. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you know, whoa there. Okay.
Crazy.
So I was gonna say that, the reader was challenging Beyonce fans to really look at the fact that like Beyonce does not stand for anything. She'll kind of slightly make, political stances here and there, but they're very slight and very on the fence. And then the other thing, that she spoke about was how Beyonce will give us just a little bit to make us feel like we know her, but the whole time she still got a mask on. And so I think it was a very interesting article. I think that, one of the challenges that people were talking about was like, the Beehive kind of went for her. And, it's like people were saying, like, just because, one of the comments on Twitter was like, we're going to tear down a black woman right now. And, to somebody's argument, they were like, well, what about, why can't we critique her on certain things? Why is she like above the critiquing? So I don't know. I mean, I feel like this, like the movie was fire. I don't care what anybody says. Like I feel like artists don't always have to, like we said earlier, artists don't have to be the spokesperson for whatever all the time. But one of our producers, Shay, was talking about how like because Beyonce is a pop star, she should say things. She should speak up. How do you feel?
I feel like Beyonce is and always have been an advocate for hard work and manning your business, and I don't think nothing's wrong with that.
Drinking your water, mind your business.
Period. And I don't think nothing's wrong with that. I think
Mm-hmm.
she does. That's her job. Like just like we have a job to report the news. Like, who cares if somebody like my sweater today, or who cares if somebody find out if I'm homeless tomorrow, or something like that. Like, those are parts that we choose to give you, and I don't think it's anything wrong with Beyonce. And I think she's an advocate of y'all need to leave me alone because she has children. She has children, and especially I feel like with her at an older age now, it's like you have to protect yourself in order to protect like your legacy, like your children,
Mm-hmm.
to protect your businesses
Absolutely.
and things like that. Because once Beyonce opens up too much, and people like, oh, well, we never want to work with her no more because she believes in this, or we can't, give her this deal because she said this on the Renaissance film. Then money start losing out. Now somebody could say something about Blue, and now Blue is in it, and people look, and she like I haven't seen the movie yet, but I know she did make a comment on like how Blue was seeing the comments on,
Yeah.
so that made her work harder. But I also feel like on Beyonce's end, it's like, okay, Blue is seeing these comments, so I'm gonna continue to give as minimal amount about my children as possible because y'all sitting here talking about my kids. Y'all sitting here trying to critique me. Even when Miss Tina did her spiel on like why y'all talking about my daughter having not having a
Yeah, her skin
with
was lighter.
like silver hair and she's trying to be a white woman. No, she like I'm sick and tired of y'all trying to do this because if anybody else put on a blonde wig, y'all wouldn't have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I expect it because I am a fan of Beyonce documentaries. I think Life is But a Dream is one of my favorite documentaries. She took like over a year off to get married, have her first baby, and make music whenever she wanted to make it, wherever she wanted to make it. And during that year, we didn't hear from her at all. We're barely getting bits and pieces of her now, so we should be grateful for that. We didn't hear from her at all around that time of Life is But a Dream, but that's one of my favorite documentaries because it just speaks on like not giving in to the social norm, and I think that's what Beyonce is advocating for. I don't give in to what y'all want from me.
I do what I want. I think that the one of the things that I feel like I want to say too is that we have to stop expecting all of our favorite famous people and famous faces to be advocates or activists. Like some of us are called to that, and that is who like activism is something that they're passionate about, and we see it when they go out and they speak up or they're on the front lines. However, they decide to use
Or
their
they
voice for
donated money,
activism.
like however they want to do.
But
Let
there
them
is a space for that. And I feel like also within that, because we live in such a society where it's like we get PTSD just from watching TV. And so I feel like, in plain terms, with Beyonce representing her culture, whatever the case is, like black people deserve joy. Like it doesn't always have to be this, oh, I need to be an activist and I need to put this on the front line every single time. Like let her be an entertainer and let black people enjoy that. It doesn't always have to be this dialogue.
She is literally doing her job to entertain, and us
Mm-hmm.
getting the movie and the documentaries of her in her Beyonce tone, telling her parts of her story is just like the deluxe version, and we just need to accept that. I haven't seen it, but I imagine it to be kind of just like Homecoming.
It was yeah, I feel like she touched on a lot of things. She touched on being a mother and how, she's a working mom. There was a lot of things, regardless of if Beyonce is a billionaire or not, when you are a mother, there are certain things that we are all going to be able to relate to because we're mothers. And so when she got into like the whole speaking about being a mother and being a working mother, and then her daughter and encouraging her daughter, like that's her bloodline. Like she was talking about, the performance and how it was so fitting for Blue to come on during that part of the song. And so one thing I will say is it touched me because I'm like, here I am, I'm working hard, I'm trying to do all of these things to accomplish my dreams. But seeing her with Blue, it's like Blue is looking at her like I could do it too, like I can accomplish my dreams. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, that aspect of it of like, I'm Beyonce, I'm working hard, I'm working 24 hours a day. I'm also, taking my kids to school, and I'm a mother at the end of the day. They don't care if I'm Beyonce. I'm a mother at the end of the day. And I feel like it's encouraging, and it actually lit a fire under my ass because I'm like, look, if Beyonce got 24 hours in a day and she doing all of this, me as a mom, I can do it all too. So I
Mm-hmm.
feel like people was very much like that writer was critiquing that part of it too. And I'm just like, look, I felt inspired.
Okay, because she didn't have to give us a movie.
She really didn't.
Yeah, honest. She did not have to give us any of that. She could have just went about on her business and doing what she's doing. But I also feel like all of this is like a plan. Like it's gonna lead up to like Beyonce doing like a tell all when she's like 60 or 70 or something like that. Because even with Jada Pinkett Smith, I feel like it was too early for her to put her book out.
Well, I feel like with them, it's like that's a different situation. I don't feel like they're very relevant in a lot of spaces
But
anymore.
I also feel like her book would have done better because I know they said that it was kind of like a flop, but I feel like it would have done better if she would have waited to put it out.
It's possible. I just think that with them is that's a different conversation, girl. I feel like they do a lot of things out of attention seeking. Beyonce ain't seeking nobody's attention. What she saying? What she saying in the movie? I ain't gotta prove nothing to none of y'all.
Period. And there go your answer to all of it.
I
I'm here
don't have
for
to
it.
prove a damn thing. I'm
I'm here
Beyonce.
for it. I don't expect too much personal from Beyonce.
No,
I'm
and I
gonna be
feel like she's built her brand that way. So it's like for y'all to expect anything more is crazy. Like,
but I also feel like the what is it, Gen Z, Gen X,
yeah, Gen Z.
Gen Z. I just think they feel obligated to know every part of your life. If we see you on social media, if I'm connected to your music, I'm obligated to know everything that you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's some type of obligation with the younger generation to just be in everybody's business.
Well,
We
that has to do with, just everything being at the tip of their hands. And a lot of the times, like, we live in this society, even with this, live stream, we're very transparent a lot with our lives, and we say things, and but I feel like it's a comfortability. Like, I may be comfortable being transparent about X, Y, and Z, but you may not, and vice versa. There's certain things that you may say that I wouldn't say, or certain things I may say that you. And I feel like people just gotta take, like, if that's, you want to know everybody's business, go and follow an artist who's telling all their business, like Krishan and Blueface. Like, that's
okay,
all
because
I'm
Krishan and Jada Alexis be in the car drunk together sent me to the moon, honey.
saying. Look at us, we international. Shout
Yay!
out to
Thank you for
London.
the love. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, Krishan and Jada Alexis really sent me because it was giving sister wives to the max.
Look at, I said it in the comments. Tubi couldn't make a better storyline than this. Like, baby, they sit at home together, all three of them with their children, and write this storyline. I'm telling you, because
Baby,
ain't no way that this ain't a storyline at this point.
there's no way that y'all just woke up when Blueface had the kids and you was like, hey, let's get drunk, and y'all just posted up. She's on the phone with him like, yeah, we just posted up at the gas station. We just finna come get the baby, but we
You
drunk.
know what? Baby, look at, okay, I'm gonna give you a prime example of Stevie J, Mimi, and Jocelyn. At some point it came out that they was having threesomes and stuff. So I'm not really, honestly, this is going that same route at this point. And eventually people gonna break up with each other and Blueface gonna have another baby with somebody else.
But it also
Would I kick it with
what
the
y'all
other baby mama?
if she cool, yeah. But she gotta be cool. If you cool,
Um,
if you came before me, I don't have a problem with kicking it with the other baby mama. But she gotta be cool because I'm gonna be cool. Now, if y'all think we finna like do some freaky shit, not at all. I'm not. No. I
I
don't like
don't know, but like, baby mamas don't like me. I don't know why. I'm pretty cool.
it. Girl. It's given. It's a reason you don't want to talk about it.
It's not. I just feel like, no, I'm playing. Honestly, no, I don't even date men with kids like that. To be honest, I don't attract men with kids like that. But if I were to like date the other baby, like if I were to date a man with a baby mama, I feel like, yeah, I want to have a relationship with the person that you had a child with. One, keep your enemies close, and two, like, like,
Keep your enemies close. That's why baby mamas don't like you. You
I'm just playing. I'm just cracking a little jokey joke, okay?
Right.
Look,
You on a roll today.
I'm a little menace today, okay? I don't know what's going on. What's in the air? It's my Gemini rising coming out. But
Okay.
I'm going to just say this. Yes, I want to know who you have a child with. I just feel like maybe we don't have to kick it, like that. But I want to know her. Like, I want to know how she's raising your child. Like, that's important. You're going to be in somebody's life, who has a child or whatever. You want to know how the mother's raising, especially as a mother. Like, it's just a respect thing for me. I respect women who come into a situation, hey, I'm such and such, like, I just want you to know your child is safe with me, whatever. Kicking it just depends on the person. Like, if we cool, I don't have no feelings for my baby daddy, so his other baby mama, we could kick it. Like, we got kids together, they're siblings, why not take them out on a birthday date or something? Now, alone, I don't really know about that. Like, that's a little weird to me.
I mean, I
But
wouldn't mind kicking it with the other baby mama. Especially
I
if
mean, I guess it'll be fun making fun out of the baby daddy, though.
you can always babysit, and I think that's always a plus. kids if I trust you. Like, oh, she cool.
And we could talk shit about him. I kind of like that.
You know, I don't like that. Cause
I'm
then
just
I feel
saying.
like some people just want to be in your business to see what's tea. Like, oh, he treat you wrong, and he treat me wrong. I feel better now.
Right. No, I
Um,
mean, I don't know. I'm not cool with, like I said, I've only dated one man with kids, and that situation was a disaster. So, next baby mama, if I date a man with a baby mama, I'll be cool with her.
yeah, I also take my time too. Like, don't throw your kids on me when we date.
Oh, absolutely. Like,
Not
we
throw your
gonna
kids.
wait a little while because I don't even like people meeting my kids. I just feel like it got to be a little bit of time before you meet my children.
Yeah,
Cause
I don't like people. Don't throw your kids on me. Cause I'm still trying to figure out if I like you. So I know I'm not gonna like your kid. Then we're gonna have a problem.
no kid wants to have a stepmom though. Look at. Let me tell y'all
No,
something. If
no,
I am
no.
blessed,
Stepmom life is like lit because you get.
listen. I want to be a stepmom, like to a little girl, like, cause I don't have girls. I want to take her shopping. Like, let's go get our nails done, baby. Like, we gonna get matching outfits. Like, that is going to be my daughter. Like,
Maybe
I
you
would not
didn't
mind
want.
being a stepmom
Yeah,
to a little
maybe
girl.
they just didn't want a stepmom. Maybe your situation was kind of like, I ain't want my stepmom. But I feel like I'll be a dope stepmom. You
Yeah,
get all the
like
concert tickets, baby. It's giving stepmama of the year over here. That's the Western society. I'm hollering. Well, speaking of mothers, this story was really heartbreaking when I read about it. So a woman was charged with felony abuse of a corpse because she was having a miscarriage while using the bathroom and the baby literally came out into the toilet. Um so the story is that she went to the hospital twice right before and they sent her home. I don't know if it's one of those, you know how like when you're in labor, they're like, oh, well, you're not like dilated enough, so they'll send you home until you get like a certain like centimeter or something. I'm saying this right? Because I never had a baby.
yeah, like you're not dilated a certain. You have to be dilated at a certain point in order to like for them to keep you.
Right, so they'll send you home. So I don't know exactly if that's what she went to the hospital for, but it was said that she went to the hospital twice before she ended up going back home, sitting on the toilet, and the baby came out. According,
So they sent her home to have the miscarriage. So they knew she was gonna miscarry.
yeah,
Um, I think that with this situation is very heartbreaking because us as women, it's like we don't that is a very traumatic experience to go through. I've never had to really go through that, but that's a traumatic experience. And I can't imagine losing my child and then like what are you supposed to do? Like if the baby comes out, you're supposed to pick it up and do what with it? Like,
they said the baby got stuck, so she tried to plunge it out.
but I'm saying like what was she supposed to do with the fetus when like she
I
was supposed
don't.
to take the
Yeah,
fetus out and do
but
what
I
with it?
don't know. Did they? Well, you had to know because at 22 weeks is like it's a baby. Like there's a baby there, so you can.
No, absolutely. But what I'm
Right.
saying is like they're charging her with negligence or like something of a corpse. But my question lies in like what were they supposed to do with the actual baby once the
I
baby
guess
came
they
out?
were saying she didn't call the. Um. I guess they were saying she didn't call the police quick enough. Like the time
Why
frame.
did but that's such a personal moment. I'm just trying to figure out why she
How
would
do
have
you
had to
come
call.
back from that? Like I'm literally looking at my child in the toilet. Like,
Yes, like you're traumatized at this point.
and for her to be charged, and even when they went, even before they officially charged her, they went to like I forgot what you call like before you go to trial. It was the whole whatever you do right.
Oh, it's called the girl. I know what you're talking about.
You know, they was in there talking about should we go? What basically when they decide should you go to trial or not?
Grand jury. I think it's like no, it's not grand jury. It's something else.
Yeah, whatever. I don't
A
know.
hearing. Yes,
A
hearing.
hearing. There you go. Word of the day. Hearing.
Shout out to what's the
They're
word?
in the hearing and like they're talking down to this lady like, oh yeah, she just pushed the baby out and went about her day. Like, no, the hospital literally sent her home twice, knew she was gonna have a miscarriage. And if you know that you're gonna have a miscarriage and there has been ultrasound, she's seen the baby, why wouldn't y'all keep her in the hospital?
I just like I feel like well yeah because they seen how far along she was So like, did they give her? My question is, did they give her any aftercare instructions? Like, did they tell her, look, if you have this miscarriage, call the police? Like, what was she supposed to do in that moment?
They
I
need to
just feel
charge
like
the hospital or whatever doctor sent her home instead of charging her.
a lot of the times when it comes to these situations of reproductive situations, we are not given no empathy. Like the people that are writing these laws and enforcing them, there's no empathy for us at all. And a lot of them are not women, and that's why. But I just feel like at the end of the day, like they're charging her, and it's a very cruel thing. Like this
And
woman just lost
what
her child.
what really kind of like pissed me off was the only reason why the judge, who was a man, of course, said that he was charging her was because he felt like it was medical practitioners in higher levels that could really like own in on the situation to kind of bring to light on whether or not she should get charged or not. Like, why does she have to go through trial for y'all to figure out what really happened?
I don't
Like,
know. I feel like the situation is just unfortunate all around. Shay said we need more doulas and midwives. I think that's true, but there's also a lot of there's also a lot of things when it comes to that too that's very dangerous.
because I feel like ultimately y'all charging her for something that she can't control her body from doing. Because even the medical practitioner that they had on the stand was saying like the baby was already dead, like the baby was not living inside of her. She just
Yeah, I
got
just feel like they needed to assess the situation better, but this is a very common thing in the practices where, we see this when it comes to the black mortality rate for mothers and just like all of those things. Like the doctors are not there. There was a study that said that doctors have bias when it comes to who they treat, and this is an actual study where they pointed out that doctors, when it comes to like black women coming in, they like, and they're complaining about pain or they're complaining about certain things, they're not treated the same as white women. And I feel like this is another case of that, because I don't feel like if they looked at how far along she was and she was a white woman, she would have gotten left. I don't know though, but that is, I just feel like given certain things, these doctors need to be a little bit more educated, because what if she would have went home and something would have happened? There was a complication with the miscarriage and something would have happened to her.
right, and something
Like,
happened to her and the baby. Now y'all don't have a choice but to sue the hospital for sending her home. So why are
yeah.
y'all charging her
So I mean,
regardless?
it's just
Like
like it's
she
unfortunate. Like
cannot
I seen it.
control what her body did. Like she cannot
She
control
cannot
that.
control what her body did, but this goes back to even some of the states that will charge a woman if she miscarries. For like, if it's a state that is against abortion, they will charge the woman with who miscarries with murder. Like they're trying. I don't know if that passed, but I know that that's something that they were talking about.
That is insane. But y'all won't charge a deadbeat for leaving his child. That's another conversation.
That is
I
another
pray,
conversation.
yeah, I pray that she gets out of this situation. They don't charge her with anything because my heart really broke when I saw that video of her, and like that really broke my heart. I didn't like that at all. But yeah, not to end on a bad note, but on a lighter
I'm
note,
praying for her though, because that's a very unfortunate situation to be in.
unfortunate. What you been listening to?
Um, my favorite Mike Towers, he's a reggaeton artist. He just came out with an album, so I've been trying to listen to it. He started off doing Latin trap, and now he's kind of like venturing into different avenues of like pop reggaeton.
Mhm.
So I like the album, but eh, I like certain songs on there. Um I feel like he's doing a great job with branding himself and like moving forward to become like a pop star, like a Bad Bunny. But I don't know. I just didn't like the beats on some of the songs on this last album. So that's what I've been listening to. What you been listening to?
Cody put me onto this song yesterday by Toby Lou. It's called Fee. Um, it's talking about getting money, and I like that. Other than that, you know what? I've been listening to a lot of Mariah the Scientist. I feel like she's been growing on me lately.
There's something about her I don't like. I don't know. When I look at her, it's just something about her I don't like. I haven't figured it out yet.
She's grown. She's really like growing on me, and I've been listening to a lot of her projects that she put out.
Did you hear Tink's new? Didn't Tink come out with a new song?
Did she drop it yet?
I think she
I
dropped
saw her.
it.
I saw her promote it. I've been listening to Lady London too. I definitely liked her project.
That's my girl. I can't wait. I hope she goes on tour because I love me some Lady London. I love that entire album.
2 a.m. He's a Chicago artist. He just dropped a new song called Correct Assumptions. I rock with him. He's one of my favorite artists out of the city right now. I think I said that on What's the Buzz. But if you want to be one of my favorite artists out the city right now, you can submit your music to What's the Buzz Radio. Every Tuesday, we play your music for free. Even if you're from London, all our London listeners, y'all go ahead, give us that London drill music y'all be out there doing. Send it. Go to What's the Word.tv, click What's the Buzz Radio, and submit your music today. Other than
that music.
Send that music, Shawnee.
Who don't want free promo? No, I do.
I wish somebody would give me some free promo.
Okay.
I'm finna rap.
We finna make a diss song, I told you. Can we remix that song? Fuck my baby daddy. Fuck my No, let me stop, because I actually like my baby daddy. But I can imagine not liking him when we just do a song like fuck my baby daddy.
That's insane. Did you hear? Oh, I was listening to Chief Keef version.
No, I haven't heard it yet.
That man went crazy.
My baby daddy probably, I'm gonna send it to him and be like, this how you feel about me?
You should send it to him and tell us what he say. Put it in the group chat. Put it in the group chat for sure. But I have fun with you, Jay Marie. We definitely have to bring Mike Jones back because I love Mike Jones. I know he has a lot of great commentary on a lot of subjects that we talked about. So hopefully he can come back next week. Or is this our last one before break?
No, next week. We got one more.
One more before break. We should do like a giveaway or something for the Christmas holiday, like a Target gift card or something.
No, you know what we finna do, Bree? We should do a speed dating thing. Our gift to you is us. I'm just playing.
Oh,
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Here we
I'm
are.
The gift. What Lori Harvey say? Just remember you're the prize.
Always remember you're the prize. That's exactly how she said. Always remember you're the prize. She said, say it again. You're the prize.
You're the prize.
Go crazy. But yeah, this was fun. Until next week, make sure y'all tune in. Tell your friends, tell your baby mamas and your baby daddies to tune in to the live stream. And catch us on What's the Buzz Radio next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.